opportunity. Now, this is not a political statement. This is a fear of being voiced by former Supreme Court judges and former High Court Chief Justices. Over 50 of them have concluded that the move to impeach a sitting High Court judge, Justice G.R. Swaminathan, is nothing short of a brazen attempt. They say that this isn't dissent or critique, but weaponization of impeachment process to punish a judge just because he refused to bend to a particular political line. Now, as the Deepam Rao rages on in Tamil Nadu, the residents have been lighting diyas in Madurai, and the protest is over the Deepathun issue, where the flags of Lord Murugan that has been installed, as people are now joining in this symbolic protest. As this demand is that the state allows them to light the holy lamp at Deepathum in Thiruparankundaram, as far as when it comes to thousands of people that we are looking at in the areas that have now lit diyas in their houses, and they have installed a flag featuring Lord Murugan, demanding that the Tamil Nadu government allows them to light the holy lamp on Deepathun. Let's get in a word from Dharini now. Dharini, this was the message exactly that came in from the RSS chief, also asking for the Hindus to unite. Now, looking at the pictures coming in, multiple houses there in Madurai have been lighting diyas.
Well, multiple houses in Thiruparankundaram, in and around Thiruparankundaram, are seen light up with diyas, and they've also installed a flag featuring Lord Murugan. And the residents of these houses, they are wanting the Tamil Nadu government to light the holy lamp on the Deepathun in the Thiruparankundaram hills. Despite multiple court orders from Justice G.R. Swaminathan, the Tamil Nadu government has been refusing to light the holy lamp on the Deepathun. The government, on its part, they say that Sikandar Dargah is located just a few meters away from the Deepathun, and lighting the holy lamp on the Deepathun might lead to communal tensions, and to prevent any sort of communal tension or untoward incidents, we're not doing it, is what the government has been telling all this while. In fact, for the past couple of days, we've been seeing this issue reflect in the parliament too. And now what we're looking at is numerous houses in Thiruparankundaram area of Madurai. In numerous houses, they've lit up diyas, and they've also installed a flag featuring a Lord Murugan. And the demand from the residents of these houses is that the Tamil Nadu government should, as soon as possible, allow the holy lamp to be lit on the Deepathun, and this should happen not only this year but every other year on the festival of Kartika Deepam, is what these residents say. In fact, today there is also a hunger strike from the devotees group. Around 50 devotees, they'll be participating in a hunger strike from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Thiruparankundaram.
So different ways of protest that has now been visible. A hunger strike, as Dharini is calling out, but lighting of the diyas and installing the flag of Lord Murugan, that seems to be as kind of a symbolic protest that the residents of Madurai seems to be now doing against the DMK government. Please to stay on with us, Dharini, because there has been a political overreach. The judges, however, have now been seeing a pattern. They're reminding the nation of its darkest hour, and when did that happen? During the time of emergency. Now, they are citing the supersession of the three senior-most judges of the Supreme Court, sidelining of the Justice H.R. Khanna after giving verdicts against the Indira government to make their case. The crux of their open letter is this, that political overreach has harmed the judiciary in the past, and India must not make the same mistake again.
To use impeachment proceedings as a pressure tactics on the judges, and to pressurize not only one judge, but it is in fact a message to entire judiciary that if you do not fall in line, if you do not give judgments according to our wishes, this is to what extent we can go.
MPs are expecting the learned judge to function in the same manner as they do. If it doesn't function like that, this is what we have to do. This is nothing but hoodwinking and threatening, and it is very, very detrimental to the very concept of judiciary. It is unheard of.
Now, what's scary is that my way or the highway pattern is not new. We saw it happening with former CJI Ranjan Gogoi after the Ram Mandir verdict. We saw it playing out when the then Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, invited our Prime Minister for a simple Ganesh Puja at his residence. And we are seeing it now with CJI Suryakant. He's branded TRP hungry merely for questioning as to why India should roll out a red carpet for illegal entrants.
Judges should not be ideologically oriented. They should respect the Constitution of India. Mr. Amit Shah in the discussion also was telling about it, that RSS, there is no ban in RSS men being the judges. The judge should uphold constitution, not any ideological or positions.
Not only we saying, entire country has seeing it and saying it. So there is you could see that there is things has been orchestrated slowly. There is a judgment, there is a tension, and there is a home minister making a statement, provocative statement, and now other BJP MPs are supporting this. So we could see like entire ecosystem is working in a very orchestrated way.
हर संस्था का अपना अधिकार क्षेत्र है, वो उनका अधिकार क्षेत्र है, ये हमारा अधिकार क्षेत्र है। अभी आपने देखा इम्पीचमेंट मोशन पढ़िए, उसके अंदर सब कुछ लिखा हुआ है।
Now, political conversion is something that is also being taken on the BJP against when it comes to their former allies, the UBT faction of the Shiv Sena, as far as when it comes to multiple of these signatures that have been signed in this petition that is being spearheaded by the DMK, but there are other round of protest as well. An individual named Prabhu has now filed a petition in Madurai branch of the Madras High Court seeking permission to go on a hunger strike from the 13th of December from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This Deepam Rao as is now escalating, and different ways of protest that we are looking at. Hunger strike is also possibly one individual is now seeking permission from the court.
Well, this petition came up for hearing recently, and this is an individual named Prabhu, who is not aligned with any political party. He calls himself a devotee of Lord Muruga, and he wants to sit on a hunger strike from 9 a.m. To 5 p.m. Today, demanding the state government of Tamil Nadu to light the holy lamp on the Deepathul. So when this plea came up for hearing in front of the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, now the court has allowed the petitioner to sit with 50 other people on a hunger strike. So from 9 a.m. today until 5 p.m. Prabhu, along with 50 other supporters, 50 other devotees, he'll be sitting on a hunger strike in Madurai, and his demand is only one. He wants the holy lamp to be lit on the Deepathul. He says that despite multiple court orders, despite multiple orders from Justice G.R. Swaminathan of the Madras High Court, the state government has been refusing to implement the orders. The state government has been refusing to light the holy lamp on the Deepathul. And this is not contempt of court once, but contempt of court thrice. So this cannot be accepted, and I know the judiciary should be allowed to function independently, and the judicial orders that are coming in from judges, they need to be taken seriously by the government, and they need to be implemented without any political interference, is what the petitioner says. And today from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. he will be sitting on a hunger strike.
So permission has been sought to hold a hunger strike, a symbolic protest again that is now being taken up with the diyas now being lit, and asking as far as when it comes to the state government of allow when it comes to lighting of the lamp on Deepathun. Thank you very much for the moment, Dharni, for getting us that update, because now that the fires that have been lived over this Deepam Rao in Tamil Nadu, that has now triggered this nationwide political blowback. The controversy even echoed in the Lok Sabha, where BJP MP yesterday, Anurag Thakur, accused the DMK of reducing Hindus to second-class citizens in the state, dismissing both Hindu sentiments and the court verdicts with brazen contempt, willful contempt. That has been the allegation being levelled by the BJP MP.
One state in India has become a symbol of anti-Sanatan Dharma. Their ministers are making statements. Their ministers are making statements against Sanatan Dharma. Hindus are lathi charged. Despite the court order, they are not allowed. Despite the court order, they are not allowed to light the lamp, sir.
Now, joining the DMK in its anti-Sanatan, anti-Judge crusade are parties with zero stakes in Tamil Nadu. But the biggest shocker that came in from Uddhav Thakure's Shiv Sena, signatory to this impeachment move against Justice Swaminathan, which has now fired another political missile through Samna. Now, the editorial accuses the BJP of capturing the judiciary, claiming that judicial appointments are being manipulated, and it is the RSS BJP facing faces that are now placed in the high courts, and the judges are being pressured from the top, eroding the trust in the justice system itself. Samna just doesn't stop there. As far as the editorial mouthpiece is concerned, it calls for the impeachment of 25% of India's judges, branding Justice Swaminathan as a Hindutvavadi, labeling courtrooms now as communal, and painting the judiciary as an RSS puppet. It even says that the Deepam Rao was manufactured controversy, pushed to the court to secure friendly ruling and to weaponize it for electoral polarization. So what explains this dramatic U-turn from a party that once took pride in Ram Mandir movement? And this isn't the exact modus operandi where nearly 56 jurists are warning about. The BJP is now questioning the political conversion of the UBT faction of this Shiv Sena.
तो सिर्फ मुस्लिम वोटों को अपीज करने के लिए, उसको खुश करने के लिए उबाठा के सांसद ने और उबाठा ने एंटी हिंदू स्टैंड लिया है। दिया मंदिर में नहीं जलेगा तो क्या कब्रिस्तान में जलेगा? अब एक बार घोषणा कर दीजिए कि बाला साहब के हिंदुत्व से आपने नाता तोड़ दिया है, अब आप जिहादियों के साथ खड़े हैं।
Now, contrast is what the BJP does. Courts have dealt with the BJP some of its biggest setbacks, right from striking down electoral bond scheme to slamming the bulldozer action. Yet the ruling party has never responded with defiance or impeachment threats. And when faced with adverse verdicts, the BJP either appeals through legal process or accepts the ruling. It doesn't attack the judge or questions the institution or launch political crusade against the judiciary.